Tell me what you gonna do. Yeah, about that.
All right, so it's summertime, and you have people coming over,
Yeah,
and
you
you're going to
do.
be maybe doing some grilling, and you're going to have some appetizers, and you're going to have some beverages. And we wanted to clue you in on something that is so popular right now. It's doing things with a watermelon.
By the way, can I just say, when I eat watermelon, it feels
Like summer?
no, yes, but it also feels like it's something my body needs so much that I can't
You can't stop.
shoveling it in like a crazy person.
As long as it's not a pithy one. Have you ever had a bad
yeah,
watermelon?
no,
It's
no, it's
mushy,
not. Ugh.
but a really great, crispy,
Yes.
sweet. Have you ever been in a watermelon eating contest?
No, I have not.
Yeah, I did that as a kid.
How'd you do?
But I guess I did okay, like a runner-up or something.
Runner-up?
I
How
don't
dare
know,
you.
Second place, I don't know.
We
something.
got to work on that.
Anyway, but how about turning, for starters, your watermelon, I almost said pumpkin, or your watermelon, kind of like you would carve a pumpkin, into a punch bowl or a place to infuse different things. It can be alcoholic or non-alcoholic.
I'll take the alcoholic one first.
Okay, so let's start and turn
By the way,
our-
I've done the punch bowl, but I've not done
The keg.
The keg.
Okay.
How cool is that?
So let's start by first making a watermelon keg, and it's really different and it's kind of fun. Instead of serving up, beer and wine, you're going to rip the watermelon.
So wait, you're talking about that this thing has a kegger nozzle on it, and
Yes.
you plug that into the watermelon?
And it's going to be you're going to take all the fruit out. Now, we're going to talk about different ways of doing it. But
Okay.
this one, you take all the fruit out of it, put it to the side, and this becomes a vessel or a punch bowl or a keg filled with your
cool.
favorite. It could be non-alcoholic, or it could be, it could be a keg with alcohol.
Watermelon and
Whatever.
Absolute or Stoli? Are you
Something.
kidding me? What could be better?
Yeah, and it's gonna soak up some of that watermelon juices and nectars that you love.
Well, you
know
know
what I
it.
mean? So I guess to start out, we would take the watermelon. What
Sure.
we want to get that top hole going.
Well, yeah, so what you do is you cut the bottom off so it'll stand on end, but you
Without a
just
hole.
but barely. You just want to get the skin and not get into the fruit. So it's maybe like a 5-inch in diameter cut that you make off the bottom.
So it'll stand erect.
It'll
Yeah.
stand on it.
Good,
Then
good.
you're going to cut the top off maybe by about 3 inches down, right? So you can. What you want to be able to do is get in with an ice cream scooper and get all the fruit out, put that off to the side in a bowl so you can eat it, right? And
I know who's eating that.
Oh, yeah. And then you can get some of those pumpkin carving tools that, you can drag it along the circumference of the watermelon, creating little white lines around it, right?
So it just takes some of the skin off.
I guess
doesn't
that's
go-
one. You can use one of those lemon rind
Uh-huh,
cutters,
uh-huh.
anything like that, almost like you're carving linoleum out or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then you're creating some cute designs around the top, maybe 2 lines, right? Then you just make a hole with an apple core about 5 inches up, so it's toward the bottom. You want the keg portion of it, the spout, to be close to the bottom, but not too far down that it impedes with, getting a glass under it, right?
Uh-huh.
And you can buy these little kegger attachments at, beer and wine stores,
Oh, great.
They sell all this stuff.
So
right?
it's a perfect little spigot that's going to sit and stay
And
in
you're
the
gonna,
watermelon.
You're going to plug it into the hole that you've made. You want to make the hole smaller than the actual kegger thing because it wants to have a tight seal. So if you make that hole too big, then the kegger thing won't stay in there, the nozzle. So make it slightly smaller and then kind of screw it in or jam it in with your hand. Ram it and jam it, as you like to say, right? And then you talk about the concoction that you put back in there.
And so then you want to maybe put it on something that is raised up a little bit. So now this watermelon keg is on display,
Yeah.
whether it's indoors or outside. And so it's high up a little bit. Maybe put a cutting board underneath it or something so that you have a little extra added room to put your glass under
Right.
the spigot. But you can fill
And
it.
by the way, you want to make sure you get all the seeds out.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you have the
Oh,
seeds,
no.
they might clog up.
That
the-
wouldn't be
the
good.
nozzle.
But I mean, now what to put inside it? I mean, the sky is the limit. I mean, something that's very popular is a vodka infused watermelon.
Oh, you're talking.
Okay, so basically, and again, people do this where you, without even making it a keg, instead, you are infusing the watermelon slices So we have a couple of different ways of going. So first, with the keg route, you can fill your bowl. You can, imagine it as a punch bowl, and whether you want to put vodka in and make it a watermelon, Cosmo, or all juices, or tonic
See, that
water.
sounds good. A watermelon Cosmo.
See,
Wow.
that'd be great. But then, so that's your keg. But now move that to the side. Now we have the other version where it is. This is for adults only. It is vodka infused watermelon slices. So now what you would do is you would get your vodka, you'd have, the knife and the spoon and so forth, but you are going to cut a hole in there, and you're going to now, get the vodka into the watermelon itself, and all the slices are going to soak it up. You're going to basically use a 26-ounce bottle of vodka. So this is an adult activity.
That's going to make people get a little nuts.
So you might want to have some water on the side and plenty of soda or something to douse it. But basically, you just get a really big watermelon that doesn't have a flat side, right? And you remove the cap from the vodka and then place it in the top center of the watermelon. And then once you've outlined the cap, use a sharp knife to cut it. And once you've cut, you remove the rind, and you save the rind as a plug to transport your watermelon, because you might be going to someone's house.
You might be taking this thing to a party
exactly.
somewhere else.
It's on the road. And then you insert the bottle of vodka, rotating the watermelon back into a secure place. And guess what? You want it to sit for about 12 to 24 hours at room temperature. And then once the vodka...
Why does that soak up the fruit?
Yeah. And then once the vodka has infused... So basically, if you're going to do this for a party, it won't happen for tonight. You want to do it like for tomorrow or the next day. Once the vodka has then infused into the watermelon, you want to refrigerate it until it's cold,
right.
And then you're going. So now it will have sucked up all the vodka, and now you're going to chill it, and then you're going to be able to. Now it's party time. You either take it to someone's house, or you're the host, and you slice it up. Kind of different, a little different.
So good. That sounds really good.
But we have a lot of other watermelon beverage ideas, right? I mean, how about something as simple as watermelon cucumber refresher?
See, that sounds very spa-like.
Yeah, it's basically a little bit of vodka, triple sec lime juice, and a watermelon cucumber mint juice. You can buy some of that, and you can now put that back into your watermelon keg, if you liked, and serve it that way. Or how about a watermelon frosty? This is basically, you blend together in your blender frozen watermelon cubes with water, citrus, some maple syrup, and banana. So that could be kid-friendly. Or you could add a little tequila for an extra kick if you want.
Yum.
Or what do you think about a watermelon mimosa?
What do you mean? What do I think about it?
Be lovely for a great
take
summer
5.
party. Okay, so
I'm not driving though. I'll just pass out on your couch.
So now you're going to put this again. You can use this in your watermelon keg, because it's going to be a great delivery system. And it's just the champagne with some more of this watermelon juice that you can buy at the store, and just mix that together. Or how about watermelon lemonade? This is really good. It's fresh watermelon, limes, jalapenos, and then optional is a splash of vodka, and that becomes your watermelon
I like
lemonade.
the jalapenos in there.
Yeah. And then how about a watermelon basil cooler? This is something that's great. It's classic watermelon cooler that features watermelon, fresh basil leaves, and then sparkling water. So this is non-alcoholic, and this is going to be, refreshing and great for kids. And you can put this in your watermelon keg, again, to present. Or how about watermelon sangria? Have you ever made this? This is really great, where you take up the pieces of the watermelon chunks that you've taken out of your watermelon, and you're going to mix it with blackberries, cherries, blueberries, wine, and vodka, and then a little bit of triple sec.
What am I supposed to do with this information now? It's only 10 in the morning, and I want to go drink all this stuff.
Well, you're going to make it later, for the evening. And finally, you got to try a watermelon margarita. This is, and again, presenting it in the watermelon, and that is now your punch bowl, or your keg that we've talked about making, where you get the spigot, at the wine and liquor store, and you're going to put that in the side of your watermelon. But you're going to mix triple sec, tequila, and watermelon juice. Talk about a great, refreshing summer fun party drink.
I'm coming to your house.
So you take the choices are yours. We'll put it on the website at yourhomewizards.com. Thanks for hanging with us. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole. Do something great to enjoy the spaces you call home. Hang out with us. Follow us on Facebook. And remember this, until next time, the key is under the mat. Bye-bye.
I'll light the fire while you place the flowers in the vase that you bought.